Now that we've covered the information that is germane to the general topics of our syllabus, let's go ahead and go into the specifics on the CIT152 class. So if we click this link, it will take us to this portion of the syllabus, CIT152 Web Script Language Programming. We have one section that's running right now. It's meeting online, so we don't have to worry about times and days. And if you want to, you can click this link right here, and it will provide you with what they would call an abridged copy of the syllabus. And basically what that means is all the stuff that you see in these syllabus pages will not actually be in here. What's going to be in here is the minimum that is required for the Community College of Southern Nevada standard for syllabi. Okay, so you can go through here and see the learning outcomes, our milestones, and our tentative schedule at the very, very bottom. But you'll notice when you compare this schedule to Canvas that the assignments themselves aren't actually listed. So you'll have to go into Canvas to find that information out. So the course is going to introduce you, actually let's just do it this way. This course will introduce you to the client-side scripting, or to client-side scripting to control the appearance and functionality of web pages. JavaScript is going to be the scripting language that we use to do this, and it will be used to improve navigation of websites, to validate data that is submitted in forms, to add functionality to web pages, and to improve the end user experience. JavaScript is a very, very powerful language. You can do a lot of really, really cool things with it. We're obviously not going to be covering all of the bells and whistles that are available in JavaScript, but what you learn in this class will get you to a great start and will equip you to do any kind of research in the functionality of JavaScript that you need to do. The prerequisites for this course are CIT115, which is Introduction to Programming, so that you know the logic that's involved in writing a program, and CIT151, which is a class that teaches you how to make HTML documents. You can't do any JavaScript programming or manage a web page with JavaScript unless HTML elements within that web page already exist. So that's what you will need to have for your prerequisite. The learning objectives, you're going to use embedded as well as external JavaScript functions to add dynamic characteristics to your web pages. You're also going to develop web pages that accept and parse data using forms. You're going to be demonstrating the use of JavaScript objects. You're going to demonstrate the use of JavaScript to select cascading style sheets, styles, and apply them to elements in a web page. You're going to use JavaScript, or you're going to create JavaScript procedures and user-defined functions utilizing JavaScript variables, parameter passing, system variables, JavaScript core objects, and of course the document object model, which is sometimes referred to as the DOM. So there's a lot of things that we're going to be learning in this class. The textbook that we're using is going to be Learning JavaScript, a hands-on guide to the fundamentals of modern JavaScript by Tim Wright. I chose this text because of its pricing and because of its content. It has some very, very cool things in here, and in fact, there is material in the text that we won't be covering in the class because we don't have enough time to cover it all. It's a very, very good text. Okay? So, if you don't already know about FTP, which is File Transfer Protocol, you'll be implementing that in this class. You'll be learning how to do it. I have some videos that will help you with that, and I posted those videos in Canvas, okay? But basically, if you click here, it's going to tell you how to set up your FTP client and what your username and your password is going to be. At the moment of recording this video, I have not yet created those username and passwords. I'll be doing that later on tonight. But your username, okay, such as Fall14 will be your last name, all lowercase, and add at broderson.com, okay? For example, my username would be SP, in this semester it would be 15, so it would be FA15 plus Broderson plus, or at dbroderson.com which will equal all of that. Fact is, let me pause this and fix that so that there isn't any confusion. Okay, the changes have been made. So for your username, prepend the semester, such as fall 15, to your last name, all lowercase, and add @dbroderson.com. For example, mine would be FA15 plus Broderson plus @dbroderson.com, which would be equal to this, all right, for the username. For your password, you're going to prepend an uppercase C, lowercase s, lowercase n, and the pound sign or the hash mark to your student ID. So in my case, my student ID might be CSN pound and then that number right there. For more information on logging into your account, you can see dbroderson.com/students. This is a page that I will be writing tonight that will give you everything that you need to get logged in, which at the same time is going to provide you with links so that you can view your web pages and the web pages of your student peers. I've included a few tools that will help you code. You're going to be using a text editor of some kind. Some people use Dreamweaver. Some people use Sublime. Some people just use Notebook. Whatever text editor you want to use, you can go ahead and do that. But once you've created your code, what you can do is you can paste the code into an HTML validator to make sure that it's correct. Here's an HTML5 validator, and you'll select all the options so that it does a really good job correcting it. We also have the W3C markup validation service. W3C also provides some training in JavaScript, PHP, HTML, all kinds of cool stuff. If your code is looking really, really junky, you can paste your code into an HTML formatter, and what it will do is it will make your code look pretty, okay? So we have one for HTML, we have one for JavaScript and jQuery, and of course we have another JavaScript formatter, okay? Grades. 70% of your grades will be the JavaScript assignments that you implement in the form of web pages. The remaining 30% will be quizzes and exams. You need to carefully read and follow the directions for completing and submitting your assignment. Reading and following the directions is part of the assignment. If you do not carefully follow these directions, 1, you will lose points in the range of 0 to all of them on your assignment, and 2, you will delay getting your grade for your work. Note, failure to provide links from your home page that you create as part of your assignments to an assignment, as well as a home page link on each assignment, will result in a missed deadline and a 0 grade for the assignment. So those are probably the first 2 things that you want to do. When you create a new assignment, the first thing you want to do is go to your home page and make a link to it, and then go ahead and edit your new assignment web page, and in that new assignment web page, immediately create a home page link. This makes it possible for me to find your assignment, to get back and forth between your home page and your assignments. Failure to include your name, the course number, the assignment number, and a description will result in a 0 grade as well. These things have to be on your assignment web page. I need to know what the purpose of that web page is, all right? PowerPoint. What I've done is I've included the PowerPoint slides that come with the text here in the web pages so that you can have a look at the PowerPoints if you think that they will be useful for you. Some people love them. Other people think they're a waste. I tend to like them myself. Assignments. Here is a list of the assignments. All of them are graded through A0 through A8. Down here, A9 is a challenge, and that is to implement what you did with assignment A8 using what's called a JSON string, which we will learn about as we work our way through the program. Now, when we're validating information that a user might put into a web page, we usually use a thing, I guess, for lack of a better term, called a regular expression. And a regular expression basically is a search string that includes wildcards that will allow you to search through any kind of text information. Here I've included a YouTube video and a link to this particular website that will help you tremendously with developing your knowledge in regular expressions. In the video sections, there's a couple on getting started on the assignments, Part A and Part B. As you know probably by watching this, the videos aren't the best in the whole world. These are older. I didn't see any point in reproducing them, so hopefully that will work out really, really good for you. And I think that's all I really wanted to share with you with respect to the syllabus. So with that, I'll say happy coding.